The first opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here. As it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the New Orleans Saints. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. 25-yard line. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Taking it right down Broadway. Inside the 10. Touchdown. Travis Etienne, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 23. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Purdy. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Look at the Saints defense. They're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defensive coordinator told you and I. They've got to be consistent.
Throwing here, Purdy. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 25-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. This is caught. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Niners respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. Had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Olave over the middle. And he's taken down inside the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. It's a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well. And I don't think I pinned the box on him. But there's no question, this is a learning process, and that was step 1, and he's hoping on the road to glory.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Shuck. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to move that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. No matter what the defense throws at them, they feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Look at the Saints defense. And they're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
And this game for them is all about the line of scrimmage. Winning that battle, using their leverage, being the low man with power to take the offensive linemen and run them back into their own backfield and try and create some lost yardage plays.
Motion man is Schwartz. Here's Purdy. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Saints will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it, such a
blitz coming, and down he goes. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Shuck now to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. To throw is Shuck. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to give the 3rd down conversion. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, coming on the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Travis Etienne, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints add 6 to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
49ers 7.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this 3rd drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's a tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well in the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with the offensive defenders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Purdy. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is up and good from Pinheiro. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on the field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
They hold it only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8. Throwing, Shuck. Back to Kamara for another catch. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. The Saints had 0-1 of the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped 1 of them already. You have to figure a split of these 2 probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The pass caught by Olave. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That whole thing was thrown off track thanks to the defense of Fred Warner. Really nice play. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun here, Shuck. He's across midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point of attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field. He wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point splits the uprights. And a lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
But you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Back to throw, Purdy. Got him in right side, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. First and 10 in the red zone.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. Across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are back within a score. Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-17.
49ers 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
At the 47-yard line.
Here's Shuck. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
To throw now, Shuck. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he's seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to come from like a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
Saints 31, 49ers 17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk out of the locker room just a little more animated.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Call a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Tosses out wide, complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That's what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Purdy looking to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Jake Tonjes as the first half is winding down. And the Niners take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that cuts the lead down to a touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
Ready.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I thought at first he tried to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
2nd and 10.
Wait.
Here's Rattler. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. ETN up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now he's getting the ball to start the second half. How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Yards to go, 2nd down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards to pick up, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, doesn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, possession. Give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Purdy. And that is incomplete.
That open man that time ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And room there to work it inside the 25. 98 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Now 2nd and 3.
Get set, get set.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
49er, 1st down. A gain of 3 on the play. 1st down, San Francisco.
Purdy now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
On 2nd and 10, Purdy. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the 49ers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we'll tie our game here in the 3rd. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
We go from sorry inside, they're ready to grab them. Then get to the front. I want the money, the cash, the moolah, the bag, the currency stacking it up. We want the freedom to live and the freedom to have the things we've been lacking.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change their mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And they'll go again with ETN. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
The struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Down inside the 40.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to hit 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
169 yards rushing for her now as this sensational afternoon continues.
Yeah, once more. Strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. Look at a nice little drive brewing right here.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready?
Straight ahead, ETN. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
It's a gain of
14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Saints. First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Here's a give to ETN. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. A handoff for ETN. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Ready.
They'll go play action here with Rattler. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Ready?
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Travis Etienne taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints have moved out in front. Now the try here for the point after. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Saints 38, 49ers 31.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a second down and 9. Back to throw. Purdy. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
At the 41-yard line.
Striker, ready.
From the shotgun, Rattler. They'll get this out to Kamara. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. Get ahead of the chains there.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Green Jack.
Rattler working out of the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Go Pete. Go Red.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go. Set.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Blue, 32. Yellow. Ready.
Throwing is Rattler. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so they went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Ready.
To the air is Rattler. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Come on, set.
And they'll run with ETN. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Given 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Ready?
From the gun, here's Rattler. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So he stopped for no gain. And that will lead to a 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw forward with Rattler. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Motion man is Schwartz. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 and 2nd down.
That's like an appeal right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync. And the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Now Purdy. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. And Kittle going to have a 49ers 1st down as he'll get this down to the 32.
49er first down. It's a gain of 10. First down, 49ers.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 135 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
First and goal, San Francisco.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. McCaffrey going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They'll get him down at the 3. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Boy, we talk a lot about Christian McCaffrey and what he can do in the open field, and it's easy to gloss over how tough he can be to stop near the goal line. And he shows you just how tough he is on that carry as he takes it into the end zone.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
That's the score. Saints 41, 49ers 38. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Okay,
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Ready.
Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First downs a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Set.
On first down, right back to ETN. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
Down. Hut.
Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I put the word big in capital letters here. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Black shot. Ready.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. He's got his target. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
60 red. Ready.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he will have a Saints first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory for him.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Saints, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.